When we talk about the pioneering groups of K-pop, it's impossible not to mention TVXQ. This legendary group debuted in 2003, breaking cultural barriers and conquering international stages. Known as DBSK or Dongbangshinki in Korea and Tohoshinki in Japan, they dominated global markets and left an indelible mark. But in 2009, everything changed. From 5 members, they became a duo, and the 3 who left seemed to fade from the public eye. What really happened? What led to this split, and what became of the members who left the group? Today, I'll tell you all the details behind the departure that set a precedent in K-pop history. In 2008, TVXQ was at the peak of their career, releasing their 4th album, Mirotic, which would mark a turning point in their journey. The album, which sold over 110,000 copies in its first week, became the group's most successful single and solidified TVXQ as one of the most famous K-pop groups. Their success crossed borders, earning them features in magazines, newspapers, and recognition from television networks that began paying attention to the Hallyu Wave phenomenon. This success also paved the way for other K-pop groups to gain international prominence. However, in 2009, just when everything seemed to be at its best, TVXQ's story took an unexpected turn. In mid-2009, 3 of the group's members, Jaejoon, Yeochun, and Junsu, filed a lawsuit against SM Entertainment. They argued that the terms of their exclusive contracts, which lasted 13 years, as well as the profit distribution terms, were disadvantageous and unfair. In a 2024 interview, Junsu stated, "When I was that age, I questioned whether I would be a happy man after the contract ended. That's when I realized, this isn't right." He added, "I couldn't go on like that anymore. Even if it meant I wouldn't have the chance to sing, which I love so much, I had to leave. I had to make a decision as soon as possible." In October 2009, the Seoul Central District Court ruled in their favor, deeming the contracts subjugating agreements incompatible with South Korean labor laws and issued an injunction to suspend the contracts with SM. Following this legal dispute, on April 3, 2010, it was announced that Jaejoon, Yeochun, and Junsu would cease their activities as part of TVXQ in Japan, where they were known as Tohoshinki. Later, under the management of AVEX, they formed the trio JYJ, debuting on Japanese stages in June 2010. This decision triggered another legal conflict with SM Entertainment, which demanded compensation for alleged damages to TVXQ's image. Despite legal tensions and controversies, SM Entertainment and AVEX restored their working relationship, allowing AVEX to continue managing TVXQ's activities in Japan. However, JYJ faced significant restrictions in their promotional activities in South Korea due to SM Entertainment's influence over major media outlets, which limited their media coverage. Despite the split, TVXQ did not disband. Yoonyo and Chunmin continued the group's activities as a duo under the TVXQ name. They returned with their 5th Korean album, Keep Your Head Down, which topped album charts across major Asian markets. Subsequently, their first Japanese albums as a duo, Tone and Time, solidified their success in Japan, establishing TVXQ as one of the country's most prominent musical acts in terms of tours. In their first 10 years of career, TVXQ sold over 10 million physical albums, becoming one of the most successful Asian artists of their generation. Known as Asia's stars and the kings of K-pop, their impact on the Korean wave has been profound. According to Oricon, TVXQ holds the record for the most #1 singles and albums for a foreign artist in Japan, as well as being the highest-selling foreign artist in Japanese history. Among their most notable achievements is the Time Tour in 2013, which set an attendance record for foreign artists in Japan, a record they surpassed in 2017 with their Begin Again tour. TVXQ was the first non-Japanese Asian artist to headline a 5-dome tour in Japan and perform at Nissan Stadium, reaffirming their position in the music industry. Billboard has described them as the royalty of K-pop, highlighting their legacy and contributions to music.
In your high honor, all over my skin there's art splattered, and of everything that happened, this part mattered. I tattooed your name on my tongue, then my heart shattered, but for effort I get an A.
In April 2010, the 3 members of JYJ, Jaejoong, Yeochun, and Junsu, announced their formation as a group under Rhythm Zone, a sublabel of AVEX. In the following months, they held 2 major concert rounds, the Thanksgiving Live-In Dome at Osaka Dome and Tokyo Dome, followed by performances on the nationwide A-Nation tour in August 2010. In September 2010, JYJ released their first album, which debuted at #1 on the Oricon album charts with 240,000 copies sold in its first week. Despite this success, tensions between JYJ and their Japanese agency, AVEX, escalated. AVEX unilaterally suspended the group's activities in 2010 and decided to support the remaining 2 members of TVXQ, Yoonyo and Chunmin. In response, JYJ filed an injunction to terminate their exclusive contract with AVEX. On February 17, 2011, the Seoul Central District Court dismissed a lawsuit filed by SM Entertainment against the 3 members of JYJ, who were seeking damages. However, the final decision on the case was postponed to September 2012 for mediation by the Ministry of Justice. Finally, on November 28, 2012, SM Entertainment and JYJ reached an agreement to terminate all contracts between the parties, ending a legal battle that lasted over 3 years. In January 2013, the Tokyo District Court ruled against AVEX, ordering the Japanese company to pay 660 million yen in compensation to CJS Entertainment, JYJ's agency, for contract violations and defamation. On February 16, 2014, the long legal battle between CJS Entertainment and AVEX concluded with an agreement of mutual non-interference in each other's affairs. On October 12, 2010, JYJ released their global debut album, The Beginning, under Warner Music Asia, featuring the Kanye West-produced single, I Girl. The album was a success, achieving 500,000 pre-orders and prompting a world tour in October and November to promote it. Despite being banned from appearing on South Korea's 3 major broadcasters, JYJ made their first public performance at the 2010 KBS Drama Awards, performing Found You. In July 2014, they released their first studio album in 3 years, Just Us, which would also be the group's last. The album made it onto the music charts with the song Backseat. In November 2018, Kim Junsu completed his military service, leaving JYJ free from military obligations. However, on April 23, 2019, CJS Entertainment terminated Yeochun's contract for reasons to be discussed later. In November 2021, CJS Entertainment also announced that Junsu had left the agency after 12 years, without clarifying whether he was still part of JYJ. On March 30, 2022, it was announced that Jaejoong and Junsu would collaborate on the song Sixth Magnitude Star for a Japanese drama, but they were not credited as JYJ. Additionally, the group's profile was removed from CJ's website, confirming that they were no longer active under the label. On April 18, 2023, Jaejoong became the last member to leave CJS, officially closing the chapter of JYJ as an active group. In 2016 and 2017, Park Yeochun faced accusations of sexual assault from 4 different women. However, he was cleared of the charges after police determined that there was insufficient evidence to prove the use of force, thereby invalidating the assault charges. The case was then referred to the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office, where Yeochun was also cleared of all accusations. In one of the cases, it was discovered that one of the accusers had fabricated the charges, and this person was sentenced to 2 years in prison. In 2017, another accuser of Yo Chun was found not guilty of filing false charges and defamation, and their attempt to appeal the decision was denied. However, in 2018, the accused, A, filed a civil lawsuit against Yo Chun for damages, seeking compensation of 100 million won and the seizure of his office-tel. The court ordered that the dispute be resolved through mandatory mediation, and in July 2019, it was ruled that Yo Chun must pay, A, 50 million won. As he did not submit his objection within the stipulated time frame, the compensation terms were accepted by default, and the amount was finalized. Initially, Yo Chun did not pay the compensation and was taken to trial, but he received a no punishment ruling, indicating that punishment was not appropriate or that Yo Chun was already fulfilling his obligations. In February 2021, it was reported that Yo Chun had paid the compensation in full. In 2019, Yo Chun was arrested on suspicion of purchasing and using methamphetamine. Following his arrest, his agency, CJS Entertainment, announced the termination of his contract and his retirement from the industry. Yo Chun later admitted to drug use, though he initially denied the accusations. He was sentenced to 10 months in prison, but the sentence was suspended for 2 years, along with a fine of 1.4 million won. He completed his probation without violations. In 2021, Yo Chun made headlines again when it was revealed that he had signed with a new agency after his previous agency, Cielo, failed to pay him properly during his tenure and was accused of embezzlement. In response, Cielo sued Yo Chun for breach of contract and defamation. Yespra Company, Limited, a new agency, announced that it had signed an exclusive contract with Yo Chun, sparking a legal dispute with Cielo. In November 2021, the Seoul Central District Court temporarily prohibited Yo Chun from appearing on television or continuing his entertainment industry activities except under the management of Yespra. In December 2023, Yo Chun was listed as a tax delinquent for evading 409 million won in taxes related to capital gains since 2016. Despite the legal controversies and his departure from CJS Entertainment, Yo Chun continued his solo career, managed by the No. 9 agency, which handled his activities in Thailand in cooperation with Cielo and Yespra. In 2023, to commemorate the 20th anniversary of his debut, he held a fan meeting titled Rebirth and a dinner show titled Rhythm with One Heart Dash in Japan. However, ticket prices, which were around 23,000 yen and 50,000 yen, drew criticism for being high compared to other popular K-pop group events. Kim Jae-joon released his first solo EP, Mine, in January 2013. This rock album debuted at the top of the Hanteo and Gain charts in South Korea and achieved massive success across Asia. That same year, he released his first full-length album, WWW. His second album, No X, was released in 2016 as a gift to his fans during his military service. It topped iTunes charts in 39 countries and was considered the most popular K-pop album in China that year. He made his Japanese debut in 2018 with the singles Sign, Your Love and Defiance, Lavender, both of which were certified gold. His first Japanese album, Flawless Love, and his second, Love Covers, both reached number 1 on the Oricon chart. For the first time in 10 years, he returned to Korean entertainment programs as a panelist on Season 2 of Taste of Love in 2019. In June 2024, he celebrated his 20th anniversary as a musician with the release of his 4th Korean album, Flower Garden, marking his return to Korean stages on programs like Inkigayo after 16 years of absence. In addition to his singing career, he has acted in TV dramas such as Protect the Boss, Triangle, SPY, and Bad Memory Eraser, as well as in films like Heaven's Postman and Jackal is Coming. After his contract with CJ's studio expired in May 2023, he founded his own agency, INKODE, where he serves as Chief Strategy Officer, CSO. In October 2024, INKODE debuted its first girl group, Say My Name, with Jaejung as the executive producer. Since 2023, Jaejung has hosted his own YouTube program called J-Friends. In this format, his production team invites Korean entertainment celebrities, and Jaejung has to guess who they are. He then cooks for them, and they share an interview in a conversational format over a meal. The program's popularity has grown rapidly, attracting increasingly prominent guests. Junsu began his solo career in 2010 with the release of the Japanese EP Zaya, which debuted at number 2 on Oricon's singles chart in Japan. However, that same year, his solo career faced a setback due to a disagreement with his Japanese label, Avex, which resulted in the suspension of all his activities in Japan. Despite this, Junsu debuted as a musical actor, playing the role of Wolfgang in Mozart, earning critical acclaim and commercial success. In 2012, Junsu released his first Korean studio album, Tarantalegra, officially marking his debut as a soloist in South Korea. That same year, he embarked on his first world tour, solidifying his status as an international artist. Despite facing media restrictions due to SM Entertainment's interference with South Korea's major terrestrial broadcasters, Tarantalegra and his second album, Incredible, both achieved second place on the Gain album chart and stood out on Billboard's World Albums chart, ranking 10th and 5th, respectively. His ability to sell out concerts in record time earned him the nickname, Ticket Power King. In 2012, Junsu was recognized as Best Actor at the 18th Korea Musical Awards for his role as Der Tod, Death, in the musical Elizabeth, his third musical. He also received his third consecutive Popular Star Award at the Musical Awards, and by the end of the year, had sold nearly 200,000 combined copies of Tarantalegra and Uncommitted, cementing his position as one of South Korea's best-selling soloists. Throughout his career, Junsu participated in other notable musicals, such as Death Note and Excalibur, earning recognition as one of the most talented actors in the genre in South Korea. In 2021, he concluded his contract with CJ's Entertainment and chose not to renew it. Subsequently, he founded his own agency, Palm Tree Island Agency. Although nothing official or formal was ever announced, it is speculated that the ban imposed on the former members of TVXQ may have ended in late 2023. The event that sparked this assumption was Jaejung's announcement in August of that year that he would participate in MBC's Idol Radio Live in Seoul concert, his first appearance in a music-related program by Korea's major public broadcasting networks, KBS, SBS, MBC, since being banned in 2009. This return to television was accompanied by a gesture from SM Entertainment, which sent Jaejung a congratulatory flower basket when he launched his agency, fueling speculation about a possible reconciliation between the parties. Since then, both Junsu and Jaejung have become more active in the public eye, appearing not only on television programs but also in content on platforms like YouTube. Additionally, both have performed TVXQ songs at their concerts. On September 6, 2024, the two remaining members of JYJ, Kim Jaejung and Shea Junsu, unveiled a preview of their collaborative project, JX, through their new joint social media account. The teaser featured a voiceover narration by the duo, highlighting the mutual support they have maintained over the years, even in the face of numerous challenges, and hinting at an exciting new chapter in their artistic journey. Following the duo's debut, a concert titled Identity was announced, taking place from November 8th to 10th at the KSPO Dome, where they performed songs from their former group, TVXQ. With this reunion, Fans feel reassured knowing that this long chapter of conflicts has seemingly come to a close for both them and us. It fills us with hope to think that, for them, everything has been healed and that the tough times will remain just a distant memory. Hopefully, in this new chapter, all the members can find happiness, live peacefully, and do what they truly love.